Mochunkstv.
And the question was asked, men, when did you know when did you know that your woman was the one? For a lot of them, they knew straight away, or it was very quick. It was very quick analysis and decision-making process. From experience, from hearing of a woman's stories, I think one thing that I can really quickly gather is that anyone that is confused about you, 9 times out of 10, it's a no. Yes, there are some things that you should flesh out very early on. Are you actually compatible? But you cannot be searching for compatibility for 5 years. Like, there comes a point where you have to be like, okay, like, I actually want to be committed to this person. Like, when a guy knows, does he know? And how does he treat you in terms of commitment, serious relationship, and marriage? Hi guys, welcome to the Mochunkstv. Welcome to another installment of Chit Chat with Mo, where we have controversial debates, honest conversation, and so much more. So today's video is actually inspired by, a thread that I saw on Twitter. And the question was asked, men, when did you know that your woman was the one for you? And a lot of men, varied answers, but all seem to be, under the same theme in terms of sometimes he knew straight away. Sometimes it was within 3 months that he proposed. Sometimes it was within 6 months. It was within the year. There was one, I think the quickest one I saw was 5 days. I was like, this one is serious. I think one said that they got engaged, like, say they got engaged today, they were married the next day. And, a lot of them have said, we've lasted 25 years so far, 30 years and counting, etc., etc., etc. So it's really nice seeing those stories. For a lot of them, they knew straight away, or it was very quick. It was very quick analysis and decision-making process, which highlighted to me something it was not, which was there was no confusion. There was no, oh, let's go with the flow. Let's do a 2-year talking stage. Let's... those kind of excuses that you hear sometimes. I'm not sure about you. I'm now in an amazing relationship, like, all glory to God. And you guys know that I've shared my various, like, journeys in, like, terms of dating, my heartbreak, my year of singleness when I was intentionally single, didn't want to date anybody, when I came into realizing and knowing my worth, exercising things like boundaries, being more vocal about things I wanted, in a relationship, being more specific about things I wanted, being able to let go when it wasn't what I wanted. I've shared various different stories with you guys, and trust me, I've had my fair share of I'm not sure about you, or I'm confused about where this is going, or let's go with the flow. I think the biggest burn in terms of that one, even after my healing and everything, I still fell for somebody that, didn't necessarily say they were confused about me. No, to be honest, I should have gotten the gist that they were confused about me, because anytime that I would ask, like, where is this going, they would kind of say, it's not that I'm writing off a future, but I'm not saying that I see one either. Do you understand? So it was kind of like he would say, I'm not saying never, but not right now. So that was what he kind of used to keep me on his string of, she will always be there when I call, kind of thing. But yeah, I've kind of noticed that from experience, from hearing of a woman's stories, I think one thing that I can really quickly gather is that anyone that is confused about you, 9 times out of 10, it's a no. I believe when someone is sure about you, they're sure, and they express that in their words and in their actions. And that's not to say there aren't some people that change their mind. I absolutely believe that there's some people that initially they're like, and then they change their minds. But then I've noticed that usually when people are in that mode, when they're trying to decipher, they usually keep that to themselves and then they tell you. But when they begin to voice out confusion, that's when you know that actually it's a no, because it seems to be not just an internal battle, but an external battle to the point where you have to say it out as well. Yeah, I strongly believe that when a guy knows, he knows. And you'll see that in his conduct towards you, how he treats you. Is he consistent? and this isn't me not trying to give, relationship advice or whatnot, because I never want to be that blogger that, oh, because she's now in a relationship, she feels like she can advise. No, 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 no. I feel like it can be quite patronizing, but I am speaking from, that time when I was in, and I believe I did a video about it in my worst situation. We did a live stream about it. It was genuinely my worst relationship. Like he was so confused that he also confused me. But then when you experience the other side and you see and you hear other stories of people being sure and just going for what they want, you realize that, wow, why did I waste all my time waiting for somebody to try and decide if they were sure about me? Now in this generation, there's this thing called the talking stage, and you guys, if you're working with me for this channel for a long time, you know that like more hate concepts here. Talking stage, what are you talking about? That is always my response. Like, what are you talking about for so long that you don't, for instance, just want to call it dating? I believe when you're getting to know someone, you're going out on dates, that's dating. But perhaps this talking stage thing has been used to kind of rope people into improper courtship or improper courting, and improper romance in terms of getting to know somebody, like just very lazy, poor attempts to courting somebody's daughter, in terms of, I'm just going to have bare conversations with you, and when I'm ready, we'll take it to the next level, or we might not, that just might be the end. And you're not really meant to catch feelings anyway. Why are you upset at me for talking to somebody else? Because we're just talking, right? It just seems like a way to kind of minimize, or I don't know, just create an irrelevant stage that minimizes the whole process of getting to know somebody properly and courting somebody properly and being intentional about somebody's feelings and your feelings and how you're communicating, how you feel about them. It just seems like a cop-out to me, especially when it's long. Some people might say the talking stage is a valid stage, and I can understand why people might say that, because some people prefer to actually get to know someone via text, calling them before going out on dates and stuff. I've always been we like each other, let's go out on dates, maybe like a quick text or whatever. But I haven't been more, maybe because I'm a quality time person in terms of my love language. That is probably my top love language. So I'm not somebody that likes to hide behind a phone. I like to actually see you physically, spend time with you, feel your vibe. Do we connect? Do we gel? So I think a lot of people can fake a connection through the phone and can act a certain way. I believe also, social media age, a lot of catfishes out here, okay? I would rather see what I'm working with, even on FaceTime. I don't care. People can do different angles. People can look a certain way based on different types of lighting. But in person, what you see is what you get. You see everything. You can analyze everything from top to bottom. So for me, that is better. For me, dating isn't this huge word that is like, oh my gosh, it's serious. I believe dating is just getting to know people. But I do hear, and I have experienced long talking stages. And I've always been the dating type, except for that situationship guy. No, that guy, really messed me up in terms of, Mo, you know better than this. He was the type that would never like take me out. We would always be doing movie, Netflix and chill indoors. I really should have been able to tell, but sometimes guys are very like conniving with their words, and they're able to cajole you into things that ordinarily you wouldn't usually accept, which is why you yourself as a woman, I believe you need to be very sharp and analyze. Don't think with your feelings, think with your head, like what is going on in the situation. It's not about how I feel about him, it's about how he's treating me. How does that reflect what he feels about me? There's a thing also about, within the Christian community, a lot of people get married quickly so they can throw it back, throw that ass in a circle. And honestly, it's biblical though. It does say that if you're burning with passion, go and marry. I also think sex shouldn't be the sole reason. If it's a part of the reason why, you want to honor God with your body, you want to have sex within the confines of where God has said, go ahead and do it. That's your license. Your sex license is marriage. Go ahead and, enjoy yourself. And you genuinely love the person and you feel like you can't wait anymore. I don't think there's anything wrong with. But if that's the only reason and you're not really seeing a future with this person, then I would be worried. But we do hear a lot of the Christian brothers, as soon as they know it's within 3 to 6, I've heard of 3 to 6 months marriages. But also, it's not just limited to the Christian communities. I have seen, a lot of people will say that it's because of sex, because some Christians are waiting for marriage to have sex. It's easy to make that connection, but also you see people in the world as well, like people that aren't necessarily religious, that have just known within the first year, even when they were having sex with their partners outside of marriage, they've just known that this is a person I want to spend my life with, so why kind of waste time? There's also the people that will be saying that they want to get to know you. I saw some interesting commentary around compatibility versus commitment from Chude. I actually really, really agree with him. I think yes, there are some things that you should flesh out very early on. Are you actually compatible? But you cannot be searching for compatibility for 5 years. Like, there comes a point where you have to be like, okay, like I actually want to be committed to this person. And I think that's another thing. Sometimes I do believe in some cases, sometimes you may want the person, but you're not actually ready to be committed. But then again, I believe when you meet the right person, that you want to be with, commitments will come. The need, the desire to commit to them will come. In terms of, I think sometimes when you're scared of commitments and you still don't want to commit to that person that you've been with for a long time, it might be that that person isn't the right person for you. Whereas usually, if it's not initially what you wanted, you didn't really want to get married so quickly. For example, you meet so many brothers, especially guys in church, and when they realize that, oh, she's not giving it up, or she wants marriage, or etc. They were maybe thinking of getting married in the next 3 years, and then they meet the right person and she wants to get married sooner, and they're like, you know what, because I want you, I'm gonna make that commitment. So again, I feel like that one, in terms of I'm scared of commitment, that can be another cop out as well. Yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Those of you that are watching and are married, like what was the timeline in terms of, you met, you got engaged, you got married. Those of you, who may be single, have you experienced, someone wasting your time? Even, in fact, if you're in a relationship as well, because like I'm in a relationship, I've experienced someone wasting my time. Let me know, like, what's the difference between somebody committing to you and somebody saying let's go with the flow, someone bringing confusion, I don't know what we are, and when you ask what are we, for example, what have been your experiences with that? Have you, is there anybody out there watching that initially the guy was confused and then he committed after even voicing that he was confused? Or is it usually that when somebody is confused, it's likely a no, and those that have been sure about you are the ones that have led to like long lasting relationships, like marriage, long relationship leading to marriage, serious relationship leading to marriage? You guys let me know in the comment section down below. When a guy knows, does he know? And how does he treat you in terms of commitment, serious relationship, and marriage? You guys let me know in the comment section down below. And that's all I really have for you in terms of chat with Mo. Do make sure that if you liked it, share with your friends, comment below on the things I spoke about, and subscribe to this channel for more. Until next time, guys, peace and love, peace and chunks. Who's in the freezer? Who's in the freezer? Yes. Go away.